not the background. This is not how it's supposed to be, but let's just let's just be raw. Anyways, happy new month. Happy new month to my subscribers. Thank you all for liking every single video. Thank you all for also the little comments that I receive. Um, I want to wish you a happy new month and also thank you for your support. And I on this video I want to give you guys a brief story on how I started up in making dresses, and I would say that you can start from anywhere, no matter how little it is. So I'm going to be giving my experience from the very beginning, and with time I might also redo this video in a more convenient scene. But you know let's proceed. So I started up um this I started having interest in sewing since I was little, but I have not had that push. Sometimes when you don't get push from people, you might not want to do some certain things because you don't get that support, and you might feel like, am I making the right choices or the wrong choices? So I didn't have that push. That kind of laid me back. So after COVID, let me fast forward to after COVID. I was at home and I thought of, okay, I can do something for myself. And what is the thing I can do for myself that will not cost too much? Remember now that I am unlimited cash, but I need to achieve something with this. So the journey and the decision was not easy at all. So I thought of, going to learn how to sew, becoming a tailor. Yes, that's the word we use. So let's just be plain. Going to learn how to sew to become a tailor. And I thought to myself that even if I don't do this for people to make profits, I can actually make dresses for myself, my relative and the rest. And that's like a bonus for me and for everybody that is around me. So I went to learn how to sew. It wasn't easy. The back pains, everything. It wasn't easy at all. So um, after learning how to sew, I was going there every day. And Rido, hi. Raj, hello. And um, I will go in the morning. That's around 7 to 6 p.m. So I'm going in the morning till in the evening. And to God be the glory. When I first wanted to learn, I went to the first shop. She deals on unisex, and she gave me a price. It was quite expensive, more than what I have. What are we talking about? I am sharing my experience on how I started my sewing business, on how I started sewing and making dresses. So when I went to the first shop, she deals on unisex, but her price was very, very expensive. It was more than my budget. Remember that I didn't have enough cash. So if you are from Nigeria, you would know what 10,000 naira is. And you cannot use 10,000 naira to learn whatever you want to learn in this basic economy. Can you show us some? Okay. I think I'll just do a green screen and then show you guys. So I went to the first shop and the price was quite expensive. I didn't have that amount. I went to the second shop and she said okay. Then later, okay, let me show you guys some of the dresses that I made. I just made one. I made one yesterday. I made this one yesterday. So I made that one yesterday. This is Ankara. So if you are an African person or if you like African wears, I do mainly strictly Ankara. Let me leave the camera so that you see it clearly. So that's it. Ridu, I hope you've seen it. Yeah, it's called Ankara. It's called Ankara. This is Ankara African print. Have you heard of African print before? This is how it looks like. This is the back view. So that's the back view, and this was the one I made yesterday, and I will be dropping the tutorial as soon as possible. Yeah, thank you so much. So as I was saying, okay, thank you so much, Rido. So as I was saying, I went to the second shop, and you know we didn't really flow. So I went to the third shop, and the third shop, she was even telling me that I could pay on installments, which was the perfect plan for me. So I started working there, and to my greatest surprise, she's somebody that you must do whatever she asks you to do in terms of sewing. So it might be because I close by 6 7. It might be my closing time, and that's when she will now bring clothes and say, take, sew this dress, finish up this dress. It was tough for me, but I knew where I was going to, and I gave myself 1 year, just 1 year, to learn the sewing, the fashion world. Just one year to learn everything, and for the other things I am going to improve on my own. So fast forward exactly 1 year, she was even doubting me, but when it got to like 6 months, I now became her favorite. She started giving me clothes to make. She'll call me on phone and tell me she'll be coming late. I should finish up the dress before she gets to the store. And even the people I met there, they were now learning from me. So that was like the passion. The passion was there. So if you're going into this work, this field, you need to have the passion, because it is not easy. Everybody that is into this stuff, this field, will tell you that it is not easy to make dresses. When other people will use a day, let's say like a makeup artist, they will use a day to finish their work. You would use, sometimes you might even use 1 week. Sometimes you might even use 1 week to finish a dress. Redo, there's basically no aim. I am just, passing knowledge to people that want to go into this fashion business, because believe me, you need to have that passion. So these are dresses that I made. This is one of my clothes. This is one of my clothes, and also many more. So from there I started learning. After I finished learning, I now had to start looking for money to get a machine. But when I was learning, another thing that you need to have when going into this field is a sewing machine. Yes, you need to have a sewing machine when going into this field. I had to borrow. It looks like Japanese style, isn't it? No, that's not a Japanese style, that's an African style. So I had to borrow my neighbor machine, and that was what I was using. Yes, that was what I was using until after I finished learning. And until after I finished learning, okay, so this is one, two. Until after I finished learning, I had to look for money to get myself a sewing machine. So I was giving a sewing machine head, and I had to buy the leg. As at that time, that was around 2023, I bought the leg for 2022, 2023, I bought the leg for about 25,000 naira. And from there, I started improving. I started sewing, I started making dresses, and you know, with just little, but with determination and and zeal, I was able to do something. So that's what I'm saying, that you don't necessarily need to do. Don't give up. If don't even look at others. Focus on yourself first. Yes. Focus on yourself before you make comparison. Because at the end of the day, there are people that are also looking up to you. There are people that want to be in the same space where you are. So when you're looking at other people that are they are going to fashion school to learn how to sew, you might not be able to achieve anything. So focus on yourself. Ask yourself where you want to, you know, ask yourself and look at yourself. Look at where you are now and what you can achieve, what you can do at that point. Everybody wants to think big, everybody wants to dream big. But when you're not capable of getting there, you do what? You make use with what you have. And with that, you know, I've been able to like go far. It hasn't been easy, but I also started this YouTube channel and I have not been consistent, but at least I have subscribers that they always return back to check what is the next thing she is about to upload, you know. So I guess that'll be all for this video. We're not going to be doing too much. We'll be back later. So that's basically all, guys.